What's up, folks? It's Rob Barrington from LearnBridge.nyc for another Focus Duplicate video. This will contain the hands from our Focus Duplicate games here in Manhattan, and these hands were played on July 21st right here in the city. Hand number one started with a good preempt by the North player, followed by a two-heart overcall by East. Now, this is a terrible suit, and if you've ever been to a class of mine, you know I'm not keen on overcalling with bad suits. However, considering that the opponent is already preempted in front of us, and our shape is so terrific, we have two 5-card suits, and we don't want to give up the opportunity to play this hand, especially considering we already know North has a preemptive type of hand. So with this shape, we should be bidding, and the correct bid when we have 5-5 in two different suits is to bid the higher ranking suit first. So East should be bidding two hearts, and if South passes, West has the opportunity to show a good hand and support for hearts. And they do this by bidding 3 diamonds. 3 diamonds simply says, partner, I have 10 or more points, and I have a fit for the suit that you've bid. Right? And a fit is anything that gets us to 8 cards. So in this spot, it's exactly what West is looking at. So they bid 3 diamonds to show this good hand and support. And East can now bid 4 hearts, which is a makeable contract if we play hearts correctly. And playing hearts correctly will involve getting to our hand, right? We want to be in the East hand to lead hearts properly. And we're going to play the 10 of hearts from our hand. If South plays the ace, we're okay because then we can come back to our hand and finesse for the queen. If South plays low instead, we're going to let the 10 ride. We're going to try to take this trick with the 10, and the way we're going to do that is if South does have ace queen of hearts. And on this hand, it's exactly what we're looking at. So we can take 10 tricks because our only losers are 1 heart trick if we play hearts correctly, and of course 2 spades. The South player can do much better for their side on this particular auction by making a raise of partners suit. And this is what I saw at a few tables, and a few Souths chose to pass. But watch what one little bid does for the East-West hands. If South continues the preempt, which is very good bridge usually, right? Even though we have excellent defense as the South, we do have the opportunity to push this up another level or just play in 3 diamonds, which isn't too much of a dog to make. So we're going to bid 3 diamonds, and now we make it terribly difficult for West to show their hand. In fact, impossible. West doesn't necessarily want to jump to 4 hearts because they have a very balanced hand with 11. And they can't make the Cuban anymore to show 10 plus points in support. So very likely West just bids 3 hearts, and watch how difficult it becomes for East now. They know they've overcalled relatively light after the preempt, and they're looking at a bad heart suit and 2 losing spades and a presumed losing diamond. So they're very likely to be passing also. So don't give up the opportunity if you're South in this position to further partners preempt. It's usually not going to end badly for you. In fact, we can see in just this one bump of the auction to 3 diamonds, West cannot show their hand properly, and East-West will not get to the correct contract. So remember, preempting is good. Right? We want to make it as tough as possible for our opponents, and just this one little bid makes it much more difficult for the opponents to find the right spot. Hand number 2 is going to go along with our weekly newsletter, and our weekly newsletter is going to focus on responses of no trump to a minor suit opening bid. South opens 1 diamond. West could bid 1 heart. They could pass. They could also preempt 2 hearts. It's pretty much personal style. And in my opinion, if we have 1 heart available, it's probably the right bid. But no matter what West does, if they bid 1 heart, even if they preempt 2 hearts, and especially if they pass, North has 1 bid and 1 bid only. And that is 3 no trump. Over minor suit openings, our no trump ranges are like steps. 1 no trump shows 6 to 10, and don't confuse this with the forcing no trump, folks. A lot of you had that in your mind when you decided to bid no trump after partner opened a minor. The forcing no trump is only available after major suit openings, and that's where it shows 6 to 12. Over minor suit openings, it goes back to the normal standard progression for no trump responses, which is 1 no trump shows 6 to 10, 2 no trump shows 11 or 12, and 3 no trump shows 13 to 15. All balanced hands, and one thing above all others, we will never have a 4-card major in these spots. If you do bid no trump after partner opens a minor, you are absolutely denying a 4-card major. So no matter what West decides to do on this hand, whether they overcall hearts or not, North-South should have a very quick auction. 1 diamond, whatever, 3 no trump by North, and that's where we'll play. Board 3 saw a relatively straightforward auction. The only thing I want to make sure we're aware of is that South, we are opening 1 no trump. All right, we have 15 and a 5-card heart suit. Even with a 5-card major, when we're balanced, we should be opening 1 no trump. It's going to make our lives much easier in the long run. And North will bid Stayman, looking for a spade fit. South will show 4 hearts or longer. And North will now decide to bid 3 no trump. North could also bid 3 clubs, which would be natural in this spot. And it might get us to 4 hearts, because now South can actually rebid hearts to show more length and reveal the fact that they've opened 1 no trump with a 5-card heart suit, and we'll find a heart fit in that way. So those are the 2 choices for North, though. Those are the only 2. We're either going to bid 3 clubs, which is probably better for both sides on this hand, or we're just going to jump to game and bid 3 no trump. And we can see in 3 no trump, we get a very lucky distribution in the club suit. We're going to take all 5 club tricks because the queen jack of clubs are doubleton. That is a big win for us playing in no trump for sure. Board 4 saw East-West get into the act with the minor suit opening and a no-trump response. And it's straightforward again. West opens 1 diamond. East has a balanced 11 with no 4-card major. And this is our 2 no-trump bid. So over a minor suit, 2 no-trump is 11 to 12 balanced, no 4-card major. And with just a very minimum hand themselves with the West, they're going to pass, and we're going to play in 2 no-trump. And if we do lead the Queen of Hearts, we're going to take a lot of tricks as the defense. We're going to take the first 5 heart tricks, and we're going to take 2 spade tricks at least. But we'll take the first 7 tricks for beating this contract. If West plays it, if West gets to play no trump, you can make a lot of no trump because the lead comes from the other side of the table. And South will never gain entry into their hand outside of the heart suit. So it's a very interesting hand. Played by West, you make lots of tricks. Played by East, you should go down a few. Board 5 saw a good auction for North-South. North opens the minor suit 1 diamond here, and it goes past 1 heart. And West has a choice. Do they overcall their club suit, or do they do something else? And the answer is they do something else. It is very tempting to just go ahead and bid your 6-card club suit, and you may have an opportunity to do that later. The better bid, though, by the West hand is double. It brings both the spade suit and the club suit into the discussion, and it allows you a better chance to find a fit. West will not have a chance to bid again because North is going to raise to 2 hearts, and South should just raise to 4. Remember, your partner opened the bidding. You found your fit. You know you have game. You go ahead and you bid it. Board 6 saw the 3rd occurrence of a minor suit opening followed by no trump. After 3 passes, the North hand can use the rule of 15 to decide whether they should open. And folks, this is only available in the 4th seat. So after 3 passes, you can use the rule of 15 to decide whether you should open this hand or whether you should pass. And the rule of 15 goes like this. You take the total number of high card points that you have, and you add to that the number of spades in your hand. If it comes to 15 or higher, you should open. If it's less than 15, you should pass. This is a very reliable rule because spades is the boss trump suit. So when we're deciding whether to open in the 4th seat, what we really are concerned about is our chances of going plus. And if the opponents control more spades than you do, they essentially control the level that we can bid to. They can always bid at the lowest level in their suit, right? And if we have, let's say, a club fit or a heart fit, we'll have to go 1 level higher. So we can lock up plus or minus 0 by passing hands out. However, in this case, the rule of 15 is met, so North opens the only thing they can, which is 1 club. West could have opened the bidding prior to this also because they were in 3rd seat. And if they were to open the bidding, they would just open one diamond. And it's certainly not unreasonable. You're supposed to stretch to open in the third seat. So in my style, I would open one diamond with this hand. You do not necessarily have to do this. The vulnerability is a little scary. You're vulnerable, they're not. So if you did pass, North would have the ability to use the rule of 15, and that's pretty much what happened at most of the tables. And now South shows their balanced hand with 6 to 10 points. Remember, in response to that minor suit, the 1 no trump bid is 6 to 10, 2 no is 11 to 12, 3 no is 13 to 15. All without what? Without a 4-card major, right? We're never, ever, ever going to have a 4-card major when we make these no trump bids after partner opens a minor. We could certainly bid 1 diamond with the South hand as well. However, 1 no trump is just going to be better. First off, it's slightly more preemptive than any other bid we can make. If we bid 1 diamond, our player to our left might have the chance to bid one of their majors at the 1 level, right? So 1 no trump at least chews up a little more room. And think about this also. You're very balanced. You have 9 points. Your partner opened the bidding. 1 no trump is likely your best contract in these spots, right? And we'll see what partner does next. They could certainly continue if they had a stronger hand. But as we see here, the auction should go pass, 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 and we'll play 1 no trump. South has a very strong hand on board number 7, and the question is, what do we open? We have such a huge concentration of values in 2 suits, and we essentially have 2 worthless doubletons. So in my preference, it would be 1 diamond. However, most of my friends and or bridge partners might be laughing at me because they probably know I would open this 2 no trump, but I stand by my analysis here. I would not open this 2 no trump even with you guys if you're listening. I would open it 1 diamond because essentially I want to show my 2 suits, and obviously I want to show a good hand. So I'm going to do that with my second bid, hopefully. And if my partner passes, I'm not terribly unhappy. If I open 2 no trump and my partner passes, I might be losing the first 6, 7, 8 tricks, right? Because I have nothing in the black suits. So this is a little insurance for me too, to see if my partner has values, and they will show values. They'll bid 1 spade, 6+ points, 4 or more spades. And here's where it gets interesting. A lot of you struggle with this bid, and this is the perfect opportunity for it. It's a reverse. And a reverse shows extra values every time. It says I have at least 16 or more points, and it's forcing for at least 1 round. So I start with that bid here, and that's 2 hearts. And you can tell what a reverse is by seeing that you went beyond the 2 level of your original suit. Right, so here I open 1 diamond, and then I bid a higher ranking suit at the 2 level. And if you think about this logically, it just means, hey, my partner is forced to the 3 level now if they want to prefer my first suit. So if I'm forcing my partner to the 3 level opposite only a potential 6 count, I should have extra values to accommodate that level. And here our partner will bid 3 diamonds, saying, hey, I have some support for diamonds. And now it's tough for South. Their partners bid spades. We've also bid hearts and diamonds. So what do we think the opponents are going to lead against no trump? It's clubs. And it's clubs in a really bad spot, because if West did not have this information, they would probably not be leading clubs, right? In fact, if we opened this 2 no trump, we're probably going to make 3 no trump, because their likely lead after an auction that's going to be 2 no trump, 3 hearts, 3 spades, 3 no, their likely lead is going to be a 4th best heart, right? Ace from ace king with a 3-card suit against no trump is usually a terrible lead. However, if we have this auction that I'm suggesting, we're going to go down. We're going to lose the first 5 club tricks. If we redeal this hand and we have the auction I just discussed, 2 no, 3 hearts, 3 spades, 3 no, they're very likely just going to lead their 4th best heart, and we're going to roll 3 no trump. So unfortunately for us, the more descriptive auction would lead to a worse result. And in fact, if we have that auction, we should resist bidding 3 no trump with the South hand and potentially try to play a game in diamonds, especially because partners supported diamonds. They've essentially denied the ability to stop clubs by not bidding no trump. So if we played 5 diamonds, we did well. If we played 3 no trump, we did even better, because West is very unlikely to find the correct lead of a club. And now we come to, in my opinion, the most interesting hand of the first set of boards 1 through 10. West is the dealer and is looking at this hand. This is never a preempt, guys. This is the worst suit, the worst hand. We are at equal vulnerability, which means we are right in the middle of our risk profile. So we would just always be passing with this hand. And North opens one club. And East has a perfect one no trump overcall. And this says I have the same as if I'd opened, just a little bit wider of a range. So East's hand is saying they have 15 to 18 balanced, and they certainly have the ability to stop clubs. Here's where it gets interesting. The South hand, the only correct bid for you is double. This is a penalty double. Whenever it goes opening bid by partner and the opponent's overcall one no trump, our double will absolutely be penalty in nature. And what it says is we have the balance of power. Whenever they're deciding to play one no trump and we have more points than they do, it's very unlikely that they're going to make their contract. So we double because we know we have more points than they do, and we want to get a big score if we beat this one or two or even more tricks, right? So we're getting our best possible plus score usually just by defending one no trump doubled. And here's where West comes to the rescue. After a no trump overcall, we have all of our systems available, so it's essentially just like our partner open one no trump. The double does nothing to keep these conventions away from us, right? Because it didn't take up any room. So Stayman would still be two clubs, and here we're just going to transfer two hearts. And here's where it gets even more interesting. West bids two diamonds, saying, I want you to bid hearts. North doubles, and this is what's called a lead directing double. Two diamonds we know is artificial. It's just a transfer. So this double says, hey, I have diamonds. And it's usually length and strength. And here North gets to make a descriptive bid for their hand. They've already opened one club and now they're showing length and diamonds. So East accepts the transfer and bids two hearts. And now South has a good bid, and it's three diamonds. And this says, hey, I heard you double showing diamonds. I want to play diamonds. And the reason we're doing this here rather than double is it became way less likely that we're beating two hearts. We were very likely to beat one no trump. But now that they've found their way to safety, we're way less likely to be beating this contract, so we just try to take the contract ourselves. Remember, we have the balance of power on this hand, and partner has shown a good hand, opening hand or better, with two minor suits, and we certainly have a fit in diamonds. And that's where we'll play this hand if the auction goes this way. It's a very interesting hand because we have lots of things at play here, and you can see how complicated even a low-level auction can be sometimes. Board 9 saw another competitive auction. After two passes, South opens one heart. You should open one heart with this hand in any seat because of the quality of your hand and the quality of your heart suit. However, in third seat, it's absolutely mandatory. So if you're uncomfortable opening with 11, this is certainly the opportunity for you to do this. West could certainly pass. And in fact, with this vulnerability, it's probably a little aggressive to bid two clubs. But most of you would do this, and most of you did do this, and it's not bad simply because we have such a good club suit. It's lead directing in this case, right? We really want a club lead. And with these two cards, it's a little risky at this vulnerability, but it's worth it because you're certainly getting partner off to the correct lead for your side. North has an interesting choice also. They could make a negative double to show spades. However, all their cards are excellent. They have 9 high card points. They have a good 5-card spade suit. It's worth 2 spades here. Remember, this isn't game forcing any longer because they bid clubs. East raises to 3 clubs. Very standard, right? They have a fit. They don't have a great hand, but they're just continuing to kind of chew up room to make it harder for the opponents. South is just going to bid 3 spades, saying, hey, I have 3 card support for you. You showed 5 when you bid 2 spades. And that's where we'll end it. We'll be playing 3 spades by the North. Another competitive auction ends this set of hands. East starts the auction with 1 diamond. South overcalls 1 spade for the same reason we overcalled clubs on the last hand. We don't have a terrific hand, but it's such a great lead directing bid in this spot. Right? It says, hey, if you get on lead, I definitely want you to lead spades because I have good cards here. Now West bids 2 spades. They could bid 2 clubs also, but 2 spades here is the best of all worlds. We show 10 or more points, and we show support for partner's suit, which is diamonds in this case. I know we only have 4, but partner is very likely to have 4 or more diamonds in these spots when they open 1 diamond. So we're showing our hand quite well here. 10 plus points support for partner suit. North's double should just say, hey, I have some spades for you, right? They kind of took the bid that I was about to make. I was going to raise spades. That's the simplest agreement to have in this spot. It doesn't take up any room, and we certainly aren't in any danger of them playing 2 spades, considering our partner overcalled with a 5-card suit. East is just going to pass now, and this pass just says, hey, I don't choose to make a bid. I know you have another bid, and I don't have anything extra for you, right? So I'm not willing to take a call here. And now West can just bid 3 diamonds, and that's where this auction will end, right? We should be playing 3 diamonds by the East.